Dear friends, perhaps each of us, at some point amidst the hurried flow of life, pauses to reflect on the years gone by and wonders, what truly holds meaning in my life? Especially as the years pass, when our hair has turned silver and our steps have slowed, we begin to see that certain values far surpass the glitter of worldly success. Life, after all, isn't a tally of triumphs or failures, it's a journey of learning, letting go, and finding peace. In today's lecture, I invite you to take a moment to slow down with me, to explore the quiet wisdom that life offers us through smiles, tears, and even setbacks. Let us journey together through stories and reflections that bring the profound yet simple lessons that come with age. I will share with you the art of letting go, of embracing what is, and of finding joy in the ordinary moments that carry the power to nourish the soul. You will discover that life continuously offers us priceless gifts, waiting for us to pause and receive them. And by the end of our time together, I hope you will find your own answer to this question: how can we live a life of serenity, contentment, and happiness with what we already have? 1. Recognizing the rhythm of life. Life is a circle. At a certain age, you begin to realize that life flows in an endless circle. When we're young, each new experience feels unique and full of hope. We throw ourselves into life, hoping to change everything, our eyes wide open, our hearts pounding with the things we think matter. But at 70 or 80, you may look back and see that some things once thought to be so important have faded, and most of life's biggest shifts, in the end, are like waves in a vast ocean. You've lived through youth, a time of relationships, career struggles, and sometimes loneliness. You might have felt the need to achieve something great, to become someone worthy of respect, or to reach success that could fill the emptiness within. But life is rarely predictable. There are moments of joy, yet there are times of hardship when we feel completely lost. Then one day, you take a deep breath, pause, and realize that it all forms a cycle. The world around you may change, but people, emotions, and life itself remain, unfolding as a symphony with its timeless highs and lows. At this age, you come to understand that life doesn't demand us to chase perfection or greatness. Life has its own rhythm, the freshness of spring, the brightness of summer, the calm of fall, and the quiet of winter. In Western culture, people are often advised to slow down, to savor each moment, and to appreciate the simple things in life. But it's challenging to truly understand this until you've lived through enough and look back at your own life circle. Now, small things like morning light, a warm cup of tea, or simply the closeness of loved ones feel infinitely precious. You realize that true happiness isn't in perfection, but in accepting and cherishing each moment, be it joyful or sorrowful. If you're feeling down, remember that sadness is just as natural a part of life as anything else. Just like a circle has its highs and lows, so does your life. There are sunny days, but there are also cloudy, cold days. The key is to learn to accept and move with these feelings, instead of running from or denying them. Only by fully embracing each emotion can we find peace within. Looking back, you might see that everything happened for a reason: the people who came and went, the successes and failures, the falls, and the times you stood up stronger. Let your heart find peace in knowing that all of it belongs to this grand circle. There's no need to regret, no need to feel resentment, because every experience has created the person you are today, a person at peace, calm in the flow of life's constant changes. So, whether you're feeling happy or sad, remember that this life, with all its complexity and unpredictability, is still a precious gift. And at this age, you deserve peace. You deserve the quiet happiness that you have searched for over the long journey of life. 2. Letting go of life's burdens, finding peace in simplicity. Dear friend, life isn't always smooth and easy. Sometimes, it feels like we're caught in an endless cycle of worries, pressures, and expectations. No matter how hard we try, these things often weigh us down. Maybe you've wondered when you'll finally feel lighter, free from all the burdens, able to breathe deeply and live in true peace. The answer to that question may just lie in simplicity, in letting go. In today's Western world, we're often led to believe we need to achieve so much: wealth, status, recognition. Sometimes, it feels like society defines our value based on these accomplishments, as if only when we attain them can we truly matter. But you know, no one else decides our worth. We do. Only we are responsible for our own happiness and fulfillment. Let me share with you the story of John, an older gentleman who lives in a small, quiet village on the outskirts of New York City. He spent his whole life working tirelessly, from early morning to late at night, to provide for his family and build what he thought was an ideal life. However, when he retired, he realized he'd missed out on so much. He'd been so consumed with work that he had never taken time to watch a sunset, savor a simple meal with his wife, or feel the cool breeze through the grass in his yard, when John decided to let go of work stress and needless worries. He found what he'd been searching for all along, peace. He began waking up early just to watch the sunrise and sit quietly with a hot cup of tea. He no longer cared what others thought, no longer felt pressure to prove anything. This was true freedom, not freedom from material things, but freedom from the expectations he had set upon himself. Life is sometimes too short to keep stressing over things that don't matter. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means realizing there are things beyond our control and that we don't need to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. Once you start letting go of these burdens, you'll find that life becomes so much lighter. You don't have to fight every battle. Instead, you can learn to accept things with a calm heart, just like John did. There's something special about simplicity, you know? It's when you find joy in the smallest, everyday things. Like waking up to a clear blue sky, hearing birds singing outside your window, or feeling a gentle, cool breeze on your skin. These moments are where we find peace, moments that money or status can never buy. And maybe you, too, will realize that life feels whole when you start to appreciate those simple things. Allow yourself to let go. You don't have to be perfect or meet everyone else's standards. You only need to be yourself, to live by what you value most, and that is enough. Life can be challenging. But if we learn to let go of what we don't need, those small, simple joys will become our greatest happiness. 3. Rediscovering what really matters, cherishing relationships. Have you ever taken a step back and asked yourself what truly matters in life? When we're young, we often chase after achievements, goals, and sometimes forget that the most precious things are right by our side. Eventually, as life moves forward, we realize that the true meaning of life isn't found in the money we earn or the recognition we receive, but in the relationships and the love we share with those we care about. In Western culture, there's a strong emphasis on independence, self-reliance, and personal success. From an early age, people are taught to stand on their own and not rely on anyone. But sometimes, that independence leaves us feeling lonelier, especially as we grow older. The success and material things we once pursued may lose their shine or no longer bring the satisfaction they once did. What remains is the beautiful memories and the people we've loved along the way. Margaret, an 82-year-old retired lawyer from Chicago, once devoted her entire youth to her career, big contracts, and challenging cases. But now, the thing that brings her the most joy is gathering with her children and grandchildren during family get-togethers, sharing stories from the past, hearing laughter fill the room, and feeling love spread among everyone. Those are the moments she treasures most now, not the victories in court or the accolades on her wall. You see, we all reach a point where we realize that the most valuable moments in life are the ones spent with loved ones. It's about sharing joy, feeling supported during tough times, and knowing that we are not alone in this big, wide world. Family and close friendships are priceless treasures that no amount of money can replace. As we grow up, relationships can become complicated. Sometimes, work and life pull us apart from the ones we care about. But it's never too late to reconnect, to cherish, to build memories that we'll look back on fondly. Spend time with family. Appreciate each moment you're together. Life truly is short, and it's sad to let love and connection slip by. An elderly friend once told me, the greatest thing is having someone there when you're weak, someone to lean on. That's why, in his later years, he no longer cares about money or fame. He just wants family and good friends nearby, so he never feels alone. If you're feeling down or lost, remember that you are never truly alone. There are loved ones, friends, and beautiful relationships that you can hold on to, nurture, and cherish. And perhaps that is life's true meaning. Let the people you love and care for be your support during hard times, your source of joy and comfort. What could be more meaningful than living in love, sharing life's ups and downs together, and being surrounded by those who matter most? For learning to laugh at life, finding joy in small things, life, with all its twists, turns, and unexpected events, can sometimes feel exhausting, even overwhelming. There are days when it seems like the world is working against us, like nothing is going right. In those moments, it's easy to think there's nothing left to smile about. But maybe things aren't as bad as they seem. Sometimes, what we really need is a little laughter, not because everything is perfect, but because laughter itself has the power to make life feel a little lighter and a little warmer. At an older age, people see life through a unique lens. After decades of experiences, they've learned how to laugh at things, both the good and the bad. They laugh not because life is flawless, but because laughter helps them feel resilient, helps them keep a sense of optimism. It's their way of reminding themselves that no matter what happens, life is still worth enjoying. Take Mr. John, a 78-year-old man who shared that as he got older, he began forgetting things more frequently, where he put his glasses, names of people he knew, even why he entered a room. At first, he felt frustrated and embarrassed, especially when he couldn't remember a friend's name or what he intended to do. But over time, he realized that maybe it wasn't something to be so upset about. Instead of feeling irritated, he started laughing at each senior moment, as he called them. When I learned to laugh at those little things, I felt healthier, and everything felt much lighter, he said. Joy doesn't always come from grand events. It often lies in everyday things, a warm cup of coffee in the morning, a call from a loved one, or just watching the sunset at the end of the day. Pay attention to these small things, and you'll see that life is full of precious moments that we often overlook. Mrs. Mary, an 82-year-old who lives in a small town, shared that every morning she goes out to her porch, sits quietly, and listens to the birds sing. That's the moment when I feel truly alive, truly present, she says. But if you live in a big city without a porch or birds to listen to, you can still find joy in life around you. Every day, give yourself a moment to enjoy something just for you. Maybe it's reading your favorite book, enjoying a delicious meal, or even just closing your eyes and taking a deep breath. Don't let stress and worries wash away those precious moments. Many times, we're preoccupied with worries about work, life, or unmet expectations. We chase big dreams and forget about the small, meaningful things around us. And as people grow older, they realize that life doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful. It's the little imperfections, the quirks, that actually bring real happiness. For older folks, laughter also becomes a symbol of acceptance. Acceptance that life can't be entirely controlled, that we can't change everything. After so many years, they've learned to laugh at their own mistakes, at life's disappointments, and to see the value in every experience. It's a grateful smile, one that embraces life just as it is instead of wishing for something else. Life is a journey, and every step is memorable, whether it's joyful, painful, or challenging. If you're feeling down, take a moment to sit down, breathe deeply, and find something small to smile about. It may not change your entire world, but it will make that day a little lighter. And bit by bit, those smiles will help you face any challenge and find peace amid life's turbulence. Remember, sometimes all we need to feel happier is to know how to laugh, no matter how life is testing us. 5. Grateful for life's moments, the power of thankfulness. Gratitude is one of the most powerful, profound feelings we can experience. When we're grateful, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we already have, from what's missing to what's abundant. Especially in older age, people begin to realize how much life has truly given them, from sweet, joyful moments to painful, testing ones, because every experience is an important part of our journey. Eleanor, an 81-year-old grandmother, shared that she used to feel regret about things she had done and things she hadn't. But gradually, she realized that looking back on the past with gratitude instead of regret was the way to find peace. Each morning, I remind myself that I'm still here, still have time to do what I want, and still have loved ones to cherish. That's priceless, she said. When we're grateful for what we already have, life no longer feels so heavy or tiring. We can be grateful for our health, even if it's not as vibrant as before, but still enough to allow us to take care of ourselves and go where we need to go. We can be grateful for having family, friends, or neighbors around to share moments with, to love and be loved. Grateful for having lived a life, even if it wasn't perfect, but a life that shaped who we are today. Older people often feel grateful not only for the good times, but also for the hardships and challenges they've faced. Pain and loss aren't things to forget, but experiences that taught them resilience and wisdom. Mr. Henry, 84, went through a painful divorce and raised his children alone. But he holds no bitterness toward the past. Instead, he's thankful because those trials taught him the true value of family, love, and sacrifice. Life isn't always rosy, but those dark shades give it depth and meaning, he reflected. Gratitude also gives us a way to look back and realize that what seemed ordinary or small was actually priceless. A warm afternoon with family, a heartfelt conversation over a cup of coffee, or the simple joy of watching a grandchild smile. These are the things that older people feel most thankful for. And that sense of gratitude is what makes them happier, no matter the challenges that life may still bring. If you're feeling tired or discouraged, try taking a moment to think about what you're grateful for. It could be the simplest things: a sunny day, a delicious meal, or a kind word from someone. Focus on those good things, and you'll start to feel that life isn't as bad as it seems. Gratitude helps us live positively and also brings peace to our souls, freeing us from regrets over things we haven't achieved or sadness over the past. Life is a gift, and each new day is an opportunity to live better, to love more, and to be more thankful. When we're grateful, we see that life doesn't have to be perfect to be full of things worth cherishing. It's these little, simple joys that give us happiness and peace like nothing else. 6. The legacy we leave. What truly matters? As we near the end of our journey, we start to see that the legacy we leave isn't about wealth or fame, but the values and lessons we pass down to those who come after us. Looking back, it becomes clear that it's not the accolades or grand achievements that truly matter. Instead, it's the intangible qualities we've cultivated over a lifetime: kindness, compassion, and genuine connections that make a real difference. These are the gifts we can offer to the world, gifts that remind others that living fully, being true to ourselves, and spreading love are what make life truly worth living. Let me tell you the story of Marie, a 78-year-old woman from California. Marie isn't wealthy. She lives modestly in a small house on the outskirts of town, a retired teacher who spent most of her life nurturing and guiding children. In her later years, as she sits on her porch, she often says to her grandchild, "Life doesn't have to be complicated to be beautiful. What you hold on to in the end are the things you gave to others." Every time her grandchild hears this, they grow fonder of Marie, not only as a beloved grandmother but as a teacher, showing them what it means to live simply, kindly, and with an open heart. When you think about your legacy, you might consider the big things, like building a successful career or leaving behind financial security. But Marie's life shows us that a legacy isn't measured by what you own or achieve. A legacy is found in the small, daily acts of love and care you show to those around you. Marie may not have a lot of material possessions, but she's left behind a heart full of love, a lesson in resilience, and a smile always ready to shine through, even in difficult times. She passes down not just what she has, but who she is: a loving spirit and a quiet strength. These are the things that live on in the hearts of those she loved. Marie taught her grandchild how to love life in the simplest, most authentic way. When her grandchild asked, "Grandma, why are you always so cheerful and full of life?" she smiled and replied, "Life, my love, has its ups and downs. But if you can keep a smile on your face and love in your heart, then even if you're gone, you'll have left something beautiful behind." Her words are more than advice, they're a way of life, a philosophy of finding joy in simplicity. She reminds us that a legacy isn't just what we leave behind when we're gone, it's the impact we have on others while we're here. What her family remembers about Marie isn't the house she lived in or the things she owned. They remember her acts of kindness, her generosity, and her light-hearted approach to life. She taught her children and grandchildren that it's okay not to please everyone, that we don't need to prove ourselves to the world. Just be true to yourself, she would often say. For Marie, life wasn't a race, but a journey to be savored, to be lived with kindness and sincerity. Her legacy isn't captured in certificates or bank accounts, it lives in the moments she spent loving, laughing, and simply being present. If you're feeling down, wondering what you have to give to this world, remember that your legacy isn't in what you accomplish, but in how you live. Life doesn't need to be perfect to be meaningful. You don't have to be a big achiever or have an impressive resume. All you need is to live a kind, honest life, to show love to those around you, and you'll leave behind a beautiful legacy. Your legacy is in the smiles you share, the resilience you show in tough times, and the calm you bring to others. Think about the people who've left a mark on your life. Maybe it was a teacher who always believed in you, a friend who listened without judgment, or a loved one who gave you unconditional love. What did they leave with you? Perhaps it was self-belief, hope, or a sense of optimism. That is the legacy they left in your heart, and it's something you can also pass on to future generations. Marie passed away a few years ago, but whenever her family gathers, they still speak of her with warm smiles. Her story is a gentle reminder that the most beautiful legacy isn't found in possessions, it's found in the love and values you leave in others' hearts. If you're feeling that life has lost its meaning, take a moment to think about the relationships you've built, the love you've given. There is always a way to make your life meaningful, simply by living with an open heart and savoring every moment you have. Make each day a gift that you give to the world. Show a little more kindness, a little more patience, a little more love. That is the most precious thing you can leave behind. That is your lasting legacy. And when we leave this world, it's not the applause, the fame, or the possessions that matter. It's the love we've given, the resilience we've shown, and the small moments of joy we've shared. A legacy isn't something that can be measured by money or success. Your legacy is the life you've lived. And the best part is, you can start building that legacy right now, simply by living fully, loving deeply, and being true to yourself. You don't have to do anything extraordinary to leave a lasting impact, because even the smallest things, done with love and sincerity, are already a priceless legacy. So, if you're feeling sad or lost, wondering what you can do to make your life matter, remember that what truly matters isn't what you achieve, but what you share. Each of us has the power to leave a beautiful mark just by living honestly and appreciating every day. Life is a long journey, filled with challenges, joys, and sorrows alike. At the age of 70 or 80, those who have weathered the ups and downs of life come to realize that true value does not lie in wealth or fame, but rather in peace, joy from simple things, and gratitude. These are the qualities that allow them to live a serene and happy life. The stories and lessons from their lives are precious treasures, legacies they leave behind for future generations. With all that we have shared, I hope you too will find peace and joy in your life, appreciate the simple moments, and uncover life's true meaning. Always remember that life is a gift, and each new day is an opportunity to live more fully, to love more deeply, and to be more grateful. Thank you for listening, and please stay with us as we continue exploring profound life lessons together.